Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, my name is Tofunmi and I'm the creative director of Awelewa. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the fastest and easiest way to cut your IRO and BUBA. Come with me, guys. So I have my fabric folded into four like this, first into two and then into four like so. So the next thing I'm going to do is to measure the length. You are going to measure your length of your BUBA starting from the lower part, and also note that from the upper part rather. Also note that the length of, after folding into four, the length of your BUBA is most likely going to be the same length of the fabric that you have. So the next thing I'm going to do is to measure my hip measurements divided by 4 inches. Mark your hip measurements divided by 4 inches. Add two extra inches as allowances. 2 extra inches as allowance. And note that BUBA does not have shape. It's always straight and it's always free. That's why I said add 2 extra inches as allowance, and then you rule a straight line. The next thing I'm going to do is to mark my neck width and neck depth. Neck width and neck depth for a standard BUBA is 4 by 4 inches. Note that BUBA does not have a zip. And I also forgot to mention the other time that BUBA does not have joining at the shoulder. So please note the way I folded it. So like I was saying, BUBA does not have zip and it's supposed to be free. The neck is not supposed to be too wide, and at the same time it has to be free so that if it enters the head perfectly, even with very big hairstyles. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my armhole measurement. You will notice that after we measure the hip divided by 4, I didn't cut out the shoulder. That is because BUBA sleeves is always like cut together sleeve kind of with a little joining just below the short sleeve length. So what we have by hip by 4 is we're just going to add the length of the sleeves, the remaining length of the sleeves to it. So basically what I did was I measured 11 inches from the shoulder. For if the person is on the bigger side, 11 inches is going to be okay. But if the person is a smaller person and tiny like me, then 10 inches is fine. This is because the armhole for BUBA is always very free. BUBA armhole is not always fitted. You are going to go ahead and notch it so that you know where to join your sleeves later on. So this is what I have. This is what your BUBA is supposed to look like. Now to attach my sleeves, what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to measure my shoulder. I'm going to measure the desired sleeve length so that I know the remaining things. So what I have here is hip by 4 plus 2 inches, that is 14 inches. And the person's shoulder is 8 inches. So that means I have 6 inches left. And the desired sleeve length, the original sleeve length, is 16. So I have just 10 inches to add. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold into 4. Also note that BUBA sleeve does not have joining. So you fold it into 4 into one straight one so that when you join it together, it comes out straight. And also note that for fabrics like this that have selvage at the tip, like they have pronounced selvage, you are going to cut across the selvage lines. I also forgot to add that the width of the sleeve is going to be whatever allowance it is that you have at the armhole, the measurements that you have at the armhole. So if you have 10, the weight of the sleeve is going to be 10 on fold, and if you have 11, it's going to be 11 on fold, and then you notch it like this so that you understand the midpoint where it is supposed to be, just like what I'm trying to show you, like so. And then you're going to place the notched part together like so, and then that is how you're going to stitch. Make sure that the allowance at this joining part is not too bulky. 0.5 to 0.75 is just fine. So that's all we have for this video. The last thing you need to do is just use bias to tape your neck, and that's it. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.